I am not a genius, but I do know how to study like one, and this is how you can too. And let me tell you a little secret. The further you get through the education system, the more hard work starts to trump talent. This is not me repudiating the importance of talent or refuting the fact that it exists, but it is me saying that you don't need to be a genius to achieve perfect grades. Top students recognise that success in the classroom stems from the decisions they make outside the classroom. Firstly, studying. Going over the concepts that you did in the class to make sure you are comfortable with them. Importantly, as you go along. They understand the fact that what they cover in class today will be built upon tomorrow. You need that prerequisite knowledge. And if you don't have it, you will be completely lost in the class tomorrow, and that is a very steep hill to fall down. So how do you study smart? You identify your weakest areas and you focus on them. So yesterday I was in class. I was doing philosophy of economics of John Stuart Mill and Lionel Robbins. I was a bit confused about Lionel Robbins, so I went home and did some more research. I did not exert the same amount of effort I did on Mill as I did Robbins because I didn't understand his theory. I understood Mill's. I needed to understand how to compare their arguments, compare and contrast, because I know that is going to be built on in the next lecture. But then I tested my knowledge. I tested my ability to compare those two things. I spoke about it to one of my course mates. A habit that top students have is discussing the work they are doing in class with their friends, with their classmates, to make sure they have understood properly. And by doing so, you are practicing something called the Feynman technique. So you are teaching it to somebody else, but you are breaking down that concept into digestible chunks so that you can actually discuss it and make sure that you and your friends have actually understood. If you are aiming for perfect grades in a subject, it's not enough to just know the content. You need to understand how to apply that knowledge in an exam setting. So exam practice is critical from day one. Doing practice paper questions, practice essays, getting that exam technique nailed down, understanding what makes a good answer, and dissecting your previous responses to identify your mistakes. Was it a mistake in understanding, or was it just a mistake in exam technique, and how you structured your argument, how you evaluated it, etc., etc. Top students also recognise the importance of revising concepts they're not currently covering in the class. So let's say you're currently covering the Cold War in history, you should be revising Elizabethan England to make sure that is fresh, to really beat that Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. And critically, using active recall to do this to strengthen those neural pathways. If you like this video and you want to be an academic weapon this year, be sure to follow for daily study tips.